What's going on, YouTube? It's V here. So the market is kind of in a bit of a weird state right now. We're supposed to get a ban list where we were told no sooner than November 20th, which means for us YuGiOh players December 20th. So we're early on the ban list. No, I'm joking. I really don't understand what's going on with the ban list. I don't understand. Like, we have FTKs, we have YuGiOh events planned, we have a YCS coming up by the next year, and I want to kind of get this ban list over and done with. Banlist affects a lot of us players. I know a lot of players are currently just waiting on their decks. I myself, I'm waiting on Sky Strikers to see what happens with them, and then I'm just gonna go in and buy them. And I saw my Ulta guys, and I might look towards other decks myself personally. But it's really hard to make a move on the market right now when the banlist is so unpredictable. And it's a weird situation right now. And you really can't blame Konami. I know I'm going to get a couple of comments, people like yelling at Konami, going, Konami, what the hell? The ban list right now for us in the TCG is a negotiation between Konami TCG and Konami OCG via email. They're just emailing back and forth to kind of balance the ban list. But looking in the market, guys, we see cards like Infinite Impermanence, another card that's not, we're pretty sure it's not going to be touched by a ban list, even though it's kind of good. And hopefully we're getting a reprint soon. But looking at Infinite Impermanence, its price is stabilizing. Market price has it at $92. And it's right there, about $92, $93 for Infinite Impermanence. It's officially hit Ash Blossom and Joy Spring peak prices for this card. It's really weird to see that happen. Ghostbound Haunted Mansion, $61. I don't agree with this price. This card is going to drop in value, in my opinion. Nightmare Unicorn was like $33, and now it's down to like $29. Corrupted Bleeds, $19. This card, man, I think so much wasted before him. We will see this card get hit, and it's going to go down in value. Vampire Sucker is still stabilizing roughly around the $16 price point for like first edition because of zombies. And I think it'd be weird to see if all these decks get hit. Obviously not zombies. Will zombies be even more playable now? Because they're doing things, it's just hard to see them do anything with like FTKs in the format. And Sky Strike is still at full power, and Ulta Guys just, you know, kind of trying to mediate in between all that stuff. And Goki's coming out of nowhere and just, you know, washing your board with a U-Link. So it's kind of hard to see what zombies can do, but they still can do things. Like, they're still really good. And I think post-banlist, we'll actually see zombies actually do more. That's why I was hoping, like, for the zombie structure deck, that Konami waited and released it around the time of the ban list. It would have been smart to do. It's alright, guys, here's the ban list, everything gets powered down, here's zombies, and then everyone's like, what's this? And then we would see Vampire Sucker go up in price. But right now it's hovering around the $16 price point, because most zombie players know they're not going to get touched by the ban list. Royal Legacy Succession, I'm still going to say it, should sell it. Top Electric's Bay is just hovering around the $9 price point. Looking at the Soul Fusion, same thing with like Thunder Dragons. It was like 70, I think, for the highest for Colossus, and now it's down to like $70 because once again, that's the hover price. That's the price it's gonna stay at until we see what happens with the ban list. It might go up $1, $2 max, or go down $1, $2, but for the most part, this card will hover around that $70 price point until the ban list happens. Thunder Dragons aren't touched, and then YuGiOh players most likely will go into this card, and I think the price will actually rise after the ban list because I don't think Thunder Dragons is gonna get hit. I don't think Soul Fusion is gonna get hit, so I think it's gonna rise, but we'd have to wait and see. Dangerous Tsuchinoko. Obviously, this card's being used in Dangers and all that jazz, and this card's going down in value. Currently, it's about 45 to 47. It's still hovering, but I think once we see the ban list and once we see the hits to FTK decks, we'll see Tsuchinoko go down in value. Looking at Trap Trick, actually, I had to pull to the side over here real quickly. Looking at this card specifically, it's doing a weird kind of like smiley face. Price point had it at $24. It's currently right now roughly around the $23. So it's just hovering at that price point, and even though this card's good and I like this card, I just don't think it's good enough. I think in Ulta Guys, the deck space is already so tight, it's hard to really add this card in. It's really using like Paleos, and even then, like Paleos can still use an abuse this card, but they haven't really done much in the meta for this card to maintain a high price point. With that said, I think this card obviously will go down in value. But looking at other cards like Dragon Dark, which was like a $20 card, it's now hitting around 17s. Dragon Ball also was like a $20 card, it's now about 13s. Levineer is actually stabilizing for some weird reason. Thunder Dragon Titan has spiked super hard in value. It was like a $30, $35 card. The deck still plays like, what, 2 of them, doesn't it? Seriously, doesn't it? But we're seeing it like $6, like $5, because like I guess it's not as good as Colossus. It's really interesting to see that. Yeah, you know, in another subject of cards that don't need value but have value, Bingo Machine Go is still $29. It's going down in value. It's just going down slowly, and ultimately we'll find out. We'll find out hopefully soon enough what's its actual price going to be, because this card's just slowly going down. Photon Orbital, the opposite. It was slowly going up, and now it's stabilizing around the $17 price point, which is weird because it had a huge spike, went down a little bit, and now here it is hovering. Blue Eyes Cash Dragon, another card that's at $10. This is a silliness cards. Like, these cards really don't mean nothing for competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Only for casual / collectors Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is really weird to see casual cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Have any kind of value, because it's casual. You play casual because you don't want to put the money in. But if you want to play Blue Eyes, well, Bingo Machine Go and Blue Eyes Cash Dragon, like, it's stupid. And this card's roughly around $5. So Simone is now hovering under its $4 price point. Ash Blossom Joy Spring. Okay, so this is a little bit weird. I mentioned it the other day, and I'll mention it real quickly again to you guys. Ash Blossom did this thing when it came out in Shadows of Valhalla, in which its price went all the way down. And then it hovered there for a while. And now we're seeing all these Ash Blossoms where, like, the Ultra Rare versions starting to go back up in value. The Super Rare version stopped, and now that's starting to go up in value because we're moving away from Shadows of Valhalla, so Ash becomes harder to get. By the way, we should be getting an Ash Blossom Joy Spring, either Super Rare Common soon, so I don't know what's the rush. The only one that actually kind of makes sense is the Secret Rare Ash Blossom Joy Spring until we get Ulti. Hopefully OTS Pack 9 will have that. By the way, I'm not sure if anyone knows this, but dude, we're like 10 days, 11 days away from OTS Pack 9 being released. It comes out December, I believe it's December 6th, if I'm mistaken. It comes out, so we're going to be, we'll know by within any day, within any second. By the time this video's maybe even uploaded, that Ash Blossom, that OTS Pack 9 is being released. We don't know what the reprints are. They could be Ulti Ash Blossoms, which will actually make sense because, you know, we have Ogre. Why not Ash Blossom? There could be another card like Ulti Potter's Eyes, which is in desperate need of a reprint at a higher rarity. And once again, it's a staple card, and OTS packs love doing staple cards, and that would make, once again, great sense. It could be any of the Link monsters that we currently have. Burrow Load would probably make a lot more sense, even though a lot more players wouldn't want it because we would rather want Borrow's Sword. Firewall Ulti would probably make a lot more sense, unfortunately, for Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, which is Konami's way of just, like, really putting salt on that wound if you saw Firewall Ulti. It's a really nice way to dick a lot of players over. Like we're already burning, and Konami go, oh, by the way, that card that you hate so damn much, we're making an Ulti. Have fun with that. And you know, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are still gonna be like, what the hell? And then, of course, get it, because that's what we are, because it's meta. But as far as, like, Link cards, or Konami could just follow about OTS Pack 8 and make a Ulti Shizuku for Sky Strikers. That'd be kind of cool for Sky Striker players only. So it'll be really weird to see what happens with OTS Pack 9 and see if the cards are coming out. And I would love to know what you guys think about that, which you comment below. I would love an Ash Blossom Joy Spring to be in OTS Pack 9 via Super Rare short printed or Common short printed. Nevertheless, it's going to be short printed because it's Konami. But going back to Ash Blossom Joy Spring Secret Rare, look at the price. It's stabilized $46 market price. We're seeing it roughly around that. $46, $47 market price. Mind you, this card hit 40, stabilized at 40 for a while when Shadows of Valhalla came out, and then said, fuck it, no, there's not many of those, time to go back up. And we're seeing Ash Blossoms actually turn around and walk back up in price value. It's really weird to see this happen because normally Konami finally releases another card to keep that card at that low price point. We've seen this before with Ghost Ogre, where, like, it was starting to creep back up very slowly, and then we got another printing. Okay, so another printing, and I mean, when I mean slowly, I mean like $2 or $3. We're seeing Ash Blossom spike pretty heavily, but do it slowly. It's very weird. Anyway, looking at Sky Strikers, guys, I think these are the final setup prices. Engage is now a $40 card. A couple of months ago it was $80. Widow Anchor is now $22. Where, I mean, after the initial hype where it was $35, for the most part it was always a $25 card. So we're now seeing these cards at these prices, and to be honest with you, when the ban list drops, as much as I want to get these cards now, when the ban list drops, it's going to go lower. Because every Yu-Gi-Oh! Player holding a playset of Engage, playset of Widow Anchor, stubborn Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are going to sell their Engages and Widow Anchors. Henceforth, they'll be thrown on the market, and the price will go low. So expect that to happen. Then we'll see our first Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals or Yu-Gi-Oh! YCS, and the price is going to spike back high when Yu-Gi-Oh! Players realize this deck is most likely playable. Now, that is, of course, if Konami does the soft hit to this deck, meaning 2 Engages, 2 Widow Anchors. If we see him ban on Engage, well, Sky Striker players, have a good day. It could be like a deck core combined with other decks, though, kind of like how Invoked was. Looking at OTS Pack 8, the previous OTS pack, in about 10 days. Drill and Lockbird is now currently at $40 because it's a needed card. I still think this card, I mean, it's obviously a little bit under its market price. For the near mints, it's definitely under its market price. You can see right there, guys. But it's still a needed card for the meta because we have the meta needing this card for FTKs. If FTKs didn't exist, this card price would be a lot lower. And the thing is, I think Drill and Lockbird is a good ulti to hold. It's just going to go low. But once it finds its way back into the meta again, it's going to go up in value. So, like, a lot of YuGiOh players out there right now, if you're holding Drill and Lockbirds and you want to get rid of them, you can't get rid of them. Just realize, eventually, it's going to be a meta card. It's going to see play. It's going to be used again. And its price is going to reflect that. Sky Striker Ace Kagari is $28. Market price showing to be about $30. It's still under the market price. And the thing is about this card, it's really weird because once again, you see a playset 2, this guy has 4. People are unloading their Kagaris. Once the deck, if Konami does a soft ban, shows relevance in a YCS or in a regionals, this price will go up in value, especially after a ban list. And Scapegoats is about $26. It's just hovering between $2 on its current price point. Sea Vigil Spellcaster is stabilizing around $2. I think this card is going to go up in value. Machine Dupe, I'm shocked this card's worth anything. Waking the Dragon was like the ninja card of the format. And now since everybody knows about it and everyone's kind of dancing around, it's really hard to play this card. I still play 2 on my side, though, because I think this card's hilarious. And when you resolve it, you basically win the game. This was like a $5 short printed super rare. I felt it was short printed for Sky Striker Ace token. A lot of kids in my shop, for the most part, didn't pull many Sky Striker Ace tokens. But looking at it right now, it's about $1. I wonder if they can make any other ones. Card Demise is actually stabilizing a price point. So, True Dracos is technically a dead deck within the meta. Thunder Dragons just buy this deck. It just is what it is. With that said, Card Demise is like you can see in the market price it was going down, but it's kind of like stabilizing. I think Card Demise actually might turn around and go back up like a lot of these other cards, depending on what happens with the ban list. In my opinion, I think this card should be hitting the ban list, but we have to see what happens. Another card that's really under the radar is Left Arm Offering. This card was used heavily to search out the Grass is Greener. And just because Grass is Greener is basically gone, this card's still a good card. And it doesn't take, I mean, we need one powerhouse spell card to make Left Arm Offering a good card again. This card was hitting price points of about $20 for a long while. And now we're seeing roughly around under the $5 price point. I still think this is a good card. I still think this is a great card to go trade off of. Because all Left Arm Offering says is, if there's an OP spell card in your deck, I will get that for you. And I will make it a thing. So I think Left Arm Offering is a great card that can be used in future meta. And it's a great investment card to hold it, just buy up or trade up and hold to the side. This card isn't. Media Black Dragon. Oh, I keep saying this card because I still see it in random dollar binders, in random places I go to, or I see it in random YuGiOh players' dollar binders, and they're like $2. This is a $7 card to $8 card. Like, respect this price and get this card for trades. Seriously, Meteor Black Comet Dragon. Look around for it. It came on Invasion Vengeance as a crappy ultra rare. Never saw a play back then, but it says Red Eye, so evidently value. Totally awesome another card that's going up in value. You see it over here, $7 price point. We're now seeing it roughly around $9 to $10, and that's because once again, with Trap Trick makes Paleo a little more relevant. I still think Ultigeist is a better version of Paleo, but nevertheless, Paleo is a good deck. You still have to know what that deck does. If you whatever deck you're currently playing, you have to know what their every single one of their damn traps do. You have to know what the idea and the objective of Paleo Frogs is. It's not just getting Swap Frog, negating that one negate and laughing at you. It's a lot more than that. And you really have to understand this deck is meant to control your board, just like Ultigeist. I think Ultigeist is a better, but this deck nevertheless is a good deck. And when people say I side my evenly matches, I don't know what for. You side evenly matches for this deck. Like, the deck literally wants to set 5 back row, maybe do a little swap fox shenanigans end turn. You're literally when you play evenly match, this is what you want to hit. You evenly match this deck. They maybe get like one trap from the graveyard if they finally resolved it, but for the most part, who cares? You clean their board out with one card, and it's really hard for that deck to set up once it loses everything. So yeah, totally awesome. Still going up in value. Still a good deck, by the way. I think this deck is highly underrated compared to YuGiOh players when they talk about the meta, talk about like other decks and stuff like that. But this is a good deck. It's just, once again, I think Ultigeist is better. I'm thinking about doing like articles on a website. I'm thinking about creating a website and typing in articles, and I might have other content creators and or maybe even viewers, depending on how good their articles are, write articles on a website. I think it'd be kind of cool. Maybe I'll have like a mobile version of the website as well. So, you know, a version for it to fit on like a tablet. And just to give you Yu-Gi-Oh players an inside look at maybe some stuff that I don't get a chance to do on video. I could talk about a card, or talk about a meta, or talk about what's the current meta, what's a tier system. And I was wondering, actually, I should have said this in the beginning of the video. Are you guys interested in that? Because I really would like to do that. I'm thinking about just creating my own website. Like, it's not, I do it all the time. I should just do it for Yu-Gi-Oh! And put articles. I was always playing around with the idea, but I might consider doing it, and I would love to know what you guys think about that. And if you guys would like to have any user submitted articles, and we'll be able to have that section within the website, and talk about the meta on the website, talk about casual website, and talk about collectors on the website, and literally find all facets of that and just throw it up there, as well as having like deck profiles within the website and puppet bad boy in there. And then we could just do like a deck analysis. If you play like a scrub deck, dude, I don't know, I really want to, I'm talking about it, I kind of want to do it even more. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll just do like a blogger website, or should I do like a real website? I really would like to know what you guys think about that. And if you guys have anything about that, please comment them below, or hit me up on Facebook about it. Up next, Subtitle Nemesis Archer. This card's a secret rare that came out only in Invasion Vengeance. Unlike the shitty Comet Dragon, this card actually belongs to Subterrors, which I'll show you another card in a second that has value. I don't know why, but it's slowly going up in price trends. The market price is showing to be about $3. First edition is definitely $3. Unlimited, $2.99. Listen. You guys can do whatever you want with anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! This card hasn't had a reprint. Only came out in Invasion Vengeance. I have my playset. I'm debating on R9 this card. It's up to you on what you want to do. I'm not saying Subterrors can be a meta deck, but I will say, if Subterrors get Subterror Guru, this card price will go up in value. I know, crazy, right? And when it goes up in value, you can get rid of this card, get that money, and put it to other things like Sky Strikers. Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, Necross. I fucking hate this. I hate them. Their prices have increased since the last time I talked about that. I'll be the first to say it. But I still think you should heavily sell this deck. I think it only came out Secret Forces, and with that, it's going to get an eventual reprint. It's going to happen. Non-negotiable. This will get reprinted. With that said, you need to get rid of this as fast as possible, because even though it's Necross and it's really pretty to see Secret Rares, this price is all inflation prices. It's supply and demand at its finest in this price. There's not enough supply, and there's evidently a demand, so the price raises high. If there was tons of Necross out everywhere, or their cards, these cards are worth a penny. But due to the fact that there's not many Necross cards out, because they only came out Secret Forces, which is roughly about, what, 5 years ago maybe? Their prices are very high. Once again, like I said, I think you should get rid of this, because the price point of these cards are only inflation only, and with the reprint, they will go down in value. And if these cards show any meta relevance, it's going to get reprinted. Zaborg, the Mega Monarch, another card that's going up in value. Market price going to be about $10. You see right there, $12, $14, $15. Yeah, no, this card is trash. Sell this card. I keep randomly buying collections in my card shop, and my customer come in, I'll have a collection, and I'll have like 3 Zaborgs, and I'll be like, those are worth money, and they just look at me like I'm an idiot. I'm like, no, I swear to God, like, they're worth something. They're useless, but they're worth something, because the meta and market don't really make any sense at certain times. With that said, I think Zaborg to Mega Monster is a definite sell. Get rid of this card as fast as possible. You just don't need it. Up next, Star Seraph Sovereignty. Anyway, price point showing it going down in value. Market price showing to be about $4.50, and we see over here $4. I don't care what anyone says. I love me some 6-inch chairs, and I'm gonna give me a place in my Star Seraph Serenities. You get 3 chairs. 3 sticks, and you don't ask any questions. You can R09 this, you can go higher in value in this. This card came out only in World Superstars, which is the only set that have prismatic secret rares. I'm not sure if anyone ever caught that. It's my favorite secret rarity because it's long lasting. It looks like a secret rare with a nice plastic overlay over it. It's really gorgeous, and I'm dead serious. I think this, we have not seen this reprinted in a long while. Kind of want to hold on to this. It's very cheap. Raid Raptor Tribute Lane. Oh, another thing is, a funny thing about this. Old cards, hard to get. This is more nostalgic because it was a meta deck. But if this shows play, what makes this card not go up to, you know what I'm saying? You see what I did there? Okay. Raid Raptor Tribute Lane is another card that's about $10 in the market, and we're seeing it rise up to about $15. Is because Raid Raptor is going to be getting a new link card. Everyone's getting excited about that. Let me explain something to you. This card's going to go down in value. Nobody cares that much about Raid Raptors. And I'll give you a great example. Magic Bullets, which also got a new Link monster, a better one in my opinion, showing about $13 price point. Price is showing go up in the green, and the card is already hovering back down to about $10. Why? Because we're not getting these cards yet. And since we're not getting these cards yet, they're going to go down in value. This will go down in value too. So sell it. Get your money now. Next, talk about Cosmos for a second. Every now and then, I like to sit down, put you on my lap, little Johnny, and say, hey, little Johnny, Cosmos. Fucking Cosmos. Now, its price point of the destroyer is currently roughly around $11. The reason I can say $11, because the seller isn't a credited seller. You can see it right there. Boom. Accredited seller. Credited as fuck. Gold Star seller. So, right there, you see it, guys. And Cosmos Destroyer is currently priced is around $11. Now, after that, obviously, it goes down to $15. But more of these are going to be listed online. Do I think Cosmos is going to be affected by this new ban list? No. But do I think Cosmos is a good deck for the future? Yes, of course. And we're seeing it go down in value. We're seeing it go down in value. We're seeing it go down in value heavily in Tin Can's price point. You can see it all day long. All day long going down in value. I could literally tell you the price of Destroyer. It's $6 to $8. Cosmojo? Well, it's currently 10, but it's going to be hitting around 8. Tin Cans are 4s. Dark Ladies are about 3s, maybe 4s if you really get ripped off. The Eclipses have always been 6s. I've never seen it not be 6s. So there it is right there. Stormman's like $2. And these cards of rest are just trash, even though Farm Girl original print used to be like 60, by the way. So that's Cosmos' final prices, in my opinion. They're just going down in value because they haven't done nothing in the meta. And as the meta keeps moving forward, they're going to keep going lower. So get on top of that. Hidden City was on a card about Subterrace. Price point was $8.84. We're seeing it at $9.28. I don't know why this. Oh yeah, $9.28 and then $13. I don't know why. I don't know why. Really weird if you ask my opinion. I don't know why this card got up. It's once again, it's Subterra players holding for Guru. Subterra Nemesis Guru, what the hell his name is. It's just really weird. The card price has always been $10 since it was out in Dark Illusions. Coral Dragon, another card I think people should really look at. First edition light plays about 5s. There's 5s all day long. Market price going to be about $10. This is a good value card to pick up. I would highly recommend you getting this card. Looking at the other versions, came out as an ultra rare. Gross. Get the secret rare. Treat yourself. I'll let you. Pot of Desires on the card, so that's going to get, I think we'll get an Ultimate Rare reprint in an OTS Pack 9, or eventually get an Ultimate Rare reprint. It's such a needed card and gorgeous looking card. Its market price going to be about $11. Price trend showing going down in value, but price trend, you lied to me. The card's almost around $14 for Pot of Desires. Why? It's using everything uses Pot of Desires. It's just, some players are playing 3. Unless you're playing Paleo, I don't agree with 3. That's my thing with Pot of Desires. Everyone plays 2. You play Paleo, you can play 3. Everybody else, cut your shit. Or if you're running a 60 card deck, but goddamn, is anyone out there doing that? Flower Guardian Pine is also going up in value. See that right there, price trend, market price going to be about $3. And bam, the page bombs out roughly around 7. You're only seeing a couple of play sets. That's it. You're not seeing any big numbers. And page 1 ends around 7. And there's only page 1, by the way. So yeah, Flower Guardian Pine. Don't know myself either. Don't do creature destruction. That's card I told you earlier. I just want to show you real quickly, guys. Once again, it's kind of going up in value. It's weird. Once again, it's casual players needing to play casual decks and not have to actually play real Yu-Gi-Oh player money. And like, the casual decks used to be like $30, and you had a whole deck cord, you had a whole cards. You didn't have the best cards, but you had it. And now it's like, oh, you want to play Blue Eyes? Great. Deck's not meta. Deck hasn't been meta in a while, but you're gonna be probably about, you know, at least 10 to 15, depending on you want to play, of the Ultimate Creature Destruction. You want to play Blue Eye Saw Dragon at $2. Chaos Dragon's roughly around 10s. Come on. Bingo Machine Go. Do you want to play casual or not? Give me your money. Give me $200 for a casual deck. I don't know, it's weird to me. Forbidden Graveyard's another card that it shows going down in value and price. Market price showing to be about $1.35. But look at over here. It's actually it's doing this weird thing in which, once again, the meta is just waiting. They're going, okay, just chill out, let's wait. If Gokis aren't hit, or anything that really needs a graveyard aren't hit, they're going to play this. And it's kind of weird to see that happen, but you are seeing that happen. I think this is a great card. It came out in Shining Darkness. Solo printing, short printed, so it's definitely not many of these around. Obviously, every Yu-Gi-Oh player wants to have a playset put to the side. I have like 10 of these. And yeah, we're seeing it do some weird things in the market. Very interesting to see. I think it's going to be still relevant post this ban list, in my opinion. Up next, Master Monk Ultimate Rare. I just want to show you guys an Ultimate Rare that goes worth money. Cards were like $2. Look at the price. Price is a little weird hover. And yeah, no. Them bitches are worth about $36. In fact, after that one's gone, it's $44 to $45 for Ultimate Master Monk. I don't know. Me neither. Phantom Knight Fogblade, another card. Price trend says it'll be there one day. Market price should be about $270. You're seeing roughly around $270. I think Yu-Gi-Oh players are slowly picking up PK stuff to put to the side. Whether Burning Abyss gets any PK fire relevancy, I think PK as this engine will ultimately find its way into another deck. Preferably Burning Abyss or Cherry Beanie, but we would have to see, guys. Anyway, guys, that's the market watch. I really appreciate you guys watching the full video. Thank you so much. Please hit like. Definitely hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and comment below. Also, let me know what you guys think. Should I just do a website? Like, I could do a website. I just do like articles for you guys to read. Do anyone want to do that? Also, what do you think about OTS Pack 9? Do you think what's gonna happen with it? We're definitely getting a spell, monster, and then an extra bonus ultimate rare. That's what's been happening, the trend with all previous OTS pack cards. So what's gonna be the link monster, what's gonna be the spell card, and what's a bonus card that you think will be an ultimate rare in OTS pack 9, as well as needed super rare reprints. I think Ash Blossom should get a super rare reprint. Would prefer it to be more of a common and not short printed, but we would have to see. Anyway, guys, it's your boy V. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're new here or you haven't subscribed before. Definitely comment below, and you guys have a great day.